So I think we're live.
Are we live?
I have
Can you hear
absolutely no
me?
idea. We'll wait and read the comments to see if anybody says anything.
Can you hear me now?
You may as well mime. You can
What, you can't
do
hear nothing?
dance. No, I can't. Through the medium of modern dance, Steve shall communicate with us. Oh, hold on. Oh, you were on mute there. You're not on mute anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to
He's
settings.
pissing about with his volume settings and he can't be heard. So we can say whatever we want about him because he can't retort.
Hang on. Can you hear anything?
Steve smells. Steve smells. Can anybody in the chat hear Steve? Because I can't hear him at all.
You can't hear me. It's.
Oh.
Hello?
Well, that's.
Try taking your headphones out.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, but you shoot it.
Audio. Right, let me see. Comments. Right, we've got a problem here because I can't hear a word Steve is saying. This is going well, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, unplug the headphones. Hello?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, shift the headphones out.
Yeah, hold on. I'll try plugging it. What's going on with this bollocks now? Maybe it's this. Hold on. Let's. I can hear you. I can hear you, man.
Happy days.
It was my headphones being cheesy nuggets. There we go.
Can you get the chat up on this?
I've got chat. Yeah, I can see chat. They're all saying that you're complete
right, that's
twonk.
I can't see chat.
I can see chat because I'm hosting.
All right. Yeah, you'll have to relay the messages then.
I don't know how I put. Hold on. Oh no, I can only put people. Oh, I don't want to do that. I can put people into timeout. You're a very naughty boy. You're going on the naughty step. I can mute people. You know how like professionals put comments up on the screens?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I would have thought it'd be by tapping on the comment, but if I tap on a comment, I've got. Oh, hey.
Hear me now.
I can do it.
Hey!
Hey! So I'll just randomly tap through a few people. There we go. Jennifer says hi.
Hi, Jen.
Naughty step. There we go. Oh, look at this. We are learning how to do stuff today.
This is the first time. Well, I've been on one of these before, but I've never hosted one.
Well, you're not hosted this one. So
no, you are, you belly.
This is going to go swimmingly bloody well, isn't it? Should have called it 2 twonks and a live cam. So, people in, how do I get rid of this now? I don't know how to get rid of it. Maybe if I tap on it again. There we go. Look at this. Who needs all those other people with their professionalisms when you've got us two? Aegis. Anyway, what have you been up to today?
Well, this morning I done a pairing, that Grammar Stola. So went, well, it was all done in about 15 minutes. She was sort of gagging for it. As soon as I put the mail in, she was drumming away. And then I turned my back for 2 seconds and that was it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, just let them do their thing. And then I saw him backing off and then I just separated them. And then, yeah,
what was it like?
It went great.
Is it average of 63 days or something you now wait? I can't remember. I know.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave it for a bit, wait until he does another sperm web and then like bung him back in, pair him again. And then he'll get sent off to make his loving elsewhere.
Good old spunk thread, eh?
Yeah. But apart from that, not much. I've had a couple of days off, so Managed to sort out a couple of bits, do a video, which was nice not to do a bloody raffle video, to be honest.
I'm surprised you've got any hair left after all these bloody raffles.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just like you look at my channel, it's like raffle, 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 raffle. It's just like, yeah, good. Got a bit too much in the end, I think.
But all for a very good cause.
Yeah. So what have you been up to today? Nothing.
Not much. Took wee man to school. Walked away around the village so she could do Pokemon stuff. Went for some milk because the milk was going off, and living the high life, me.
Yeah, you got a week off, haven't you?
I've had getting towards the end of my week off, but I've been off for a week. Yeah.
What was that? Just holiday?
Just holidays, mate. Just a wee break. My boss is a twonk, so I walked away from him for a wee while. No, I'm joking. My boss is absolutely brilliant.
Just in case he's watching.
Just in case he should be at work. There's only 2 of us in the warehouse, so if he's watching this, it's a quiet day in the office. No, he's really awesome. If he happens to watch this on watch back, he is really cool and awesome. I nipped to see him the other day to drop backtrack. I nipped to see him the other day to drop off his birthday present. I helped my dad take down a couple of trees. He's decided he wants to renovate the garden, and it's huge. Right. So we were falling 2 trees. I've got another tree to help him take down. In just over a week's time, I think we're doing it a week not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Yeah, you got a chainsaw then, or
he has.
Yeah.
He's a gardener by trade, so I hope he's got trees. So. Yeah, no, he's but this, like the 2 trees we were falling the other day were like, you could reach around and hug the trunk if you choose to do so, but this is like this is a monstrous tree. This is a tree we used to climb as kids.
Yeah.
This is a big tree that's coming down.
Has he got a big garden then? Must have.
It's huge. You've got it's a big sycamore tree. We've got there's the cottage itself, and then if you're looking at the cottage right hand side, there's a bit of garden, and that leads up around the full length of the back of the house where we used to keep chickens. And then to the other side, you've got path goes down, big ass rhubarb patch, greenhouse area, and then there's a bit leveled off that he's wanting to put a pond in, and then it raises up, and then up the slope he's got his bees, and it's huge. It's absolutely huge, but it's all kind of become very overgrown, and now the task of trying to bring it back to what he wants is underway. So we've got a big tree to take down.
Oh, awesome. Is that all you've been doing this week then, helping your old man?
I've been doing a couple of videos. I got some new additions, which I'm in the midst of doing a video on. I started another video going out trying to find some native wildlife. I think I've got 3 videos I've started, and none of them have come anywhere near close to being finished. Yeah. So.
What did you get new in then, or is it a secret until you do the
I can't say. I'll tell you afterwards. But
all right.
Something happened last night that was really, really awesome. That I can't really say too much about just now. But let's just say these. Your fish video was brilliant. The dog. They're gender specific creatures.
All right.
I was becoming rapidly convinced I had 2 fellas.
Yeah.
But let's just say this morning's revelation has revealed that one of them is, without a shadow of a doubt, a female. So.
All right.
Spoiler.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, well, you could be intrigued, you know. It's pre-watershed. We should probably be nice to each other, shouldn't we? Upcoming project. I was actually going to write a script, not a script, but a thread of conversations we could have, but I decided not to because I'm not that organised, so I'm going to make it up.
I've got loads of projects coming up, mate. Absolutely. I thought finishing all that sort of roughly charity stuff would actually give me some time, and now I'm just I'm sort of struggling with time at the minute because there's a load of stuff to do in a very short time to do it.
And you're getting old.
Yeah, and I need to sleep. But I'm not losing my hair, the hair.
I'll admit, mine's is not doing so well. It's still plenty long. I mean, it's still, it's still there.
Yeah.
a mess there. There'll come a stage where I'll just do away with it completely.
Well,
The
just
look on
shave it.
the look on the wife's face over there was. A few years back, I did actually just shave it all off. It was a couple of years ago, yeah. I just had a bit of a hissy fit and made my wife shave it all off through
And you
tears.
wake
And
up in the morning regretting it.
I was. There was an element of regret.
You see, I've had long hair since I was 18 for most of that period. So I think there was a few years when I didn't, but yeah, it's pretty much. I just hate hairdressers.
How long did it take you to read a sentence?
It's on the phone. I can't see it, man. I'm getting old.
Put your gex on. Put your gex
I don't
on.
need them. Well, maybe I do.
It's just taking you about 30 seconds to read one sentence, mate. I don't need bloody glasses, my arse. So yeah, we were talking projects before we.
Yeah, well, I've got just been commissioned on that alien build. So that's all in the go. I got Green Ball Blue for that the other day off Troy. So if Troy's about, big shout out to Troy because awesome, absolutely awesome. And then I've got a couple of other builds, but yeah, then it's the Halloween one. But that's going to take a while. So, but I need to beat Adam, which is a necessity.
Have you settled on a theme for it yet?
Yeah. I'm doing the last Evil Dead one to finish all the Evil Deads. I've done a few.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but this is going to be like really, really sort of complex. So it's going to take quite a while. And I'm going to do what I've never done before. I'm not posting any pictures or anything in progress until because we're doing that build off thing. So no one will see anything until it's done, which I never do. I always post like how it's coming on and everything, it'll be quite difficult doing that. But yeah, it won't be seen until right at the die of death, probably Halloween night.
Cool.
Yeah, which it makes it all a little bit more exciting for everybody who sort of wants to see it. But yeah, I've got the tank ready. I've got.
Am I allowed to take a guess?
It's gonna be one of those things. It's everything in it is completely gonna be handmade. So it's not like the other ones where you chuck a figure in it or a mask or whatever. It is absolutely 100% handmade.
And the theme is
Evil Dead.
The final Evil Dead, or just like the third movie, or just the
no, it's the final Evil Dead enclosure that I'm going to do.
Right, okay. Because I thought it was from the final movie. I thought it was going to be the very end when he wakes up in the cave.
The thing is, you got the new Evil Dead movie coming out soon anyway, so it sort of links in with it. It's Evil Dead Rising or whatever it is.
Well, they remade the first one, didn't they?
Yeah, but this is another one not connected to it all, but it's still got the book and everything in it. But
the Necronomicon.
Yeah, it's still got that in it. I think that's the only connection to any of the other films. So yeah, it should be fun. But
do you know how many times? You know how obviously I do the Halloween promotion. Do you know how many times I've emailed his management team to try and convince them to send? There's barely a horror actor alive that I haven't sent numerous emails to, begging them to give a short clip or even just something saying Happy Halloween or enter the competition or any variation of that.
Yeah, I've done it myself a couple of times. They just go unread on Instagram, wherever. They must get a shed load of stuff done.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Bruce Campbell's actual booking site, if you go onto it, immediately says, does not do freebies, will only discuss cost. It's pretty much like, but everyone has a chance or so.
Yeah. But he must do loads and loads of shows and all that sort of stuff anyway. But if you said, "Oh yeah, I've got 10 grand here," then you'd probably get a response.
Probably. But I don't. So jog on.
Yeah, exactly. But have you got any ideas for that? Yeah,
For what?
the Halloween promotional video.
I have an idea. I don't really know how I'm going to do it. As usual, I'll have months of preparation and then just make something up.
Yeah,
I'll have an idea.
What are we on now? We've got about 3 weeks.
Yeah. I'm chopping down trees next week. Nah, I mean we've got ages yet. We're only in September. It's not until the end.
Yeah,
of October,
but we usually go live in 1st of October, don't we?
Yeah, well that's true. Box. Yeah, but I have an idea for it. I have quite a good idea.
Start.
I just don't know how I'm going to do it per se.
Yeah.
But I'll pull. I've always managed to pull something out the bag.
Yeah, I mean the last one was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think you set your bar too high now, mate.
See, that was a million miles from the original concept, but the guy who owns the Xenomorph, I kind of had to rely on him, and he was only available for that one night only.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of had to make it up as we went along. But when he mentioned he had an actual replica pulse rifle, it was like somehow we are getting that into this. We are we were having a Xeno, we were having a pulse rifle, we were doing this. So yeah, it was pretty much just kind of made up there and then as we went along. Yeah. And then the scene when it comes running down the corridor, that was like the second take, and we were going to do another take, but as he came running down the corridor, he actually stood on a plug that was in the hall. And he was a bit peed off after that. So any hope of getting another take was like out the window, because like half of the suit was off by this point. He was just like, right, that's us done. Hopping about the house. So I was like, you all right? He was like, yeah, fucking all right. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
was we've got to say to anyone who's watching, go back through Adam's videos and have a look. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was something else. But yeah, I was hoping to get another take out of it, but yeah, that just wasn't happening after the whole plug. And of course, they didn't have shoes on. He just because the
ouch.
Yeah, so it was just barefoot apart from obviously the suit itself, which goes over the top. So
yeah, that suit must have cost a fortune as well, isn't it?
The mold. He actually had to decorate a lot of that suit himself. The mold itself came in just a creamy flesh color.
Yeah,
you've got to cut it all out of the thing and paint it all yourself. But that mold was, I think it's like first or second generation from the mold that was actually used for the final suit from the first film. So yeah, but it was a lifelong dream of him to get that. You know, it was something he always wanted. So
yeah,
you know, big fan of the movies. He's in the process of getting a full leg sleeve done. In the theme of Alien. I've seen what he's got thus far. It's looking pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Big face hugger on the knee and stuff like right. Yeah. It's looking very cool. Looking very, very cool.
Round your knee, it'd wear out a lot though, wouldn't it?
I don't know if he's getting it at the moment. It's just the outline, so I don't know if it's getting coloured in further down the line or if that's it's just going to stay as like the outline or whatever. As I say, it's a huge work in progress, but looking very, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, are they doing any Scottish shows up near you?
Scottish shows? No,
nothing.
Nah, they said because they've got the shows are doing down. I think there's 3 shows going ahead down south. Is it 3? Is it 4?
Yeah, well, you got the Bedford one and Kettering. I think they're the only ones this year.
Well, they've already done. Like they've already done 2 of them.
Bristol, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. They done Bristol, but yeah, I think there's a Donny one as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Not a fan of that one. But yeah, I did. I messaged Lee and I just said, "Look, everyone. I keep getting asked. Is it going to be Scottish? Is it going to be Scottish?" Loads of folk keep asking me, so I thought, well, I'll just ask Lee directly. And he says, "Unfortunately, not because by the time scale I've got left to do the shows."
Yeah.
To try and cram another one in would push the rest of them too close together.
Yeah.
When you're pushing them so close together, you've got to think about people's finances. Can they afford to go to numerous shows so almost back to back? If people have got no money to spend, they're not going to not as likely to attend. You've then got the vendors themselves. Are the vendors prepared to drive to here, drive to here, drive to here, then all the way up to Scotland? So
yeah, I mean, driving all that way, that you got to really spend the night there, really, haven't you? That's
so
after a whole day.
But I mean, Mr. Tony Roachy Webby Carnage has promised me they will be in Scotland next year. So
yeah, do you only get one show up there then?
Yeah,
that's it.
Like you guys get what 6? You've got Entercon, you've got Donny, you've got the Southwest, East, North, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and the BTS.
And the BTS, and I'm sure there's some other ones throughout the course of the year. I can't remember off the top of my head. So there's quite a lot takes place other side of the border.
Yeah.
But up this way, we've got the one Scottish show that happened 2 years ago, a year ago, whenever it was. Time's gone kind of wibbly wobbly. So we've had one show thus far, which kind of sucks. But
yeah, was that all right though? Did you go to that one?
Yeah, it was an awesome show. I was their official tuber for the day because, well, I think I was the only one there. I don't think they had a choice. Lee just kind of went, "You're our tuber, you're doing our video." I should have probably tried to get something, like, I'll charge you. Here's that mystery box over there. So no, they just went, "You come with us. We need photos and all that kind of malarkey." I was like, "All right." But yeah, it was an awesome day, and the turnout, given it was it's not as big a turnout as the shows your side of the wall, but
yeah,
it was an incredible turnout for it being the first time.
Yeah.
The Scotland shows in Glasgow, or certainly it was for the one they did. It was Glasgow, wasn't it? She's not listening because she's got her headphones in. Yeah, it was Glasgow.
Yeah.
Glasgow where we're at. So yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I've got there's a catering show on the 12th, which is in 11 days or whatever, and then we've got the Bedford show on the 26th. So I'm looking forward to both of them. They'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. It's kind of envious in some ways. It's a bit rubbish.
Just moved down south.
Fuck it off. For English people.
Yeah. Have you always lived in Scotland? You've never moved out of Scotland?
Oh no, I've always been here, mate. I've moved around Scotland a little bit, not a huge exploration of the country by any means, but actually I've been down south plenty of times, holidays and that. But home is where the heart is and all that. And I do. So it's a beautiful country. I've posted up a few videos of when we've been like here, there, or wherever in the car, and you sometimes take and be the same for yourself. There's loads of beautiful scenery down south. You kind of take for granted what's right on your doorstep. Everyone talks about Spain or Italy or wherever they want to go in the world, and I think we neglect our own beautiful scenery. If you've got the time, go out and explore your country. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, we ain't got much in Milton Keynes, just a lot of roundabouts.
Trains are sometimes easier in Scotland than they are in the south of England for us. Yeah, we have trains. we've evolved.
They're not still coal trains, are they?
Nah, mate. You get all the passengers. It's like Flintstones. All the passengers put their feet down through the bottom and just start run like buggery. The more people are on the train, the faster you get to where you want to go.
Oh, you've frozen.
Ah! Am I still frozen?
Yeah. No, I think there's a lag now.
All right. Oh, that's not great. Do we wait a minute? I don't know. I've never been here before.
Does anyone else see a lag? Oh, no, it's come back.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it
So if
went.
I do that, no, that's just how we speak. That's how we speak around these parts. Pint pub, hey, go for what? Hey, hey, you wanna hunt some haggis?
Yeah. Just come down to London and have some pie mash.
I've been to London, and I'm not going to lie, I absolutely detested it. Like,
What, London?
yeah, just everybody is so focused on like
Where they're
their,
going.
yeah, like I'm here,
Yeah.
I'm going there, and if you're in my way,
Get out of the
forbid
way.
you. Yeah. Whereas, not quite in comparison, but if you go somewhere like Glasgow or Edinburgh, it's kind of much more people.
Yeah.
Whereas in London, it's like fucking out of the way. Too much for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't move back.
I'm a country bumpkin. I'm not used to populations.
Yeah. I mean, I moved out of London when I was a kid, so I wouldn't. I've still got family there, but I wouldn't move back.
Some people thrive on that. I just
Yeah.
personally, it's not my
Yeah.
cup of
It's
tea.
all right for like a weekend or whatever. I'll go down for a weekend, or you go there for a day because there is loads of stuff to do. But apart from that, it's it does do your head in.
Just go to Hamleys and you're sorted.
Yeah. Yeah, you get Harrods. The toy department in there is awesome.
Although I believe they're opening a Hamleys in Edinburgh.
Well, they've got one in. They're opening one in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, but nobody wants to go there.
No one wants to go to Milton Keynes. I'm just gutted we didn't do the move to Cornwall because I was supposed to be in Cornwall last Easter. Yeah, that would have been awesome. And I would have, if it had worked out, I'd have had lockdown on like.
You'd be a boogie boards champion by now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cornwall's probably the best place. I think, in my opinion, it's beautiful down there.
Yeah, we went there on we went on a family camping holiday there some generations ago. My dad's got this great big, enormous house tent thing that like 2 bedrooms, a sitting room, and a kitchen area in it. By the time you put this thing up, it's absolutely enormous. So we went on a big camping holiday there and got right into.
But that would have been a trek and a half.
It was, but we didn't. Growing up, because I've got 4 brothers. Growing up, we didn't do abroad holidays. We did in our country holidays. Sort of Wales, England, that kind of thing, or Orkney. Sometimes we went the other way. But yeah, we went down to Cornwall, and it was awesome. We bought cheap boogie boards, lumps of polystyrene out the local, tourist shops, and thought we were the bee's knees. It was awesome. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I wish I was still there, man. Wish I was down there now. It was, that's the plan in the future, I think.
You think? Would you move?
Yeah, big time. I'd move tomorrow.
Oh, now there you're back. I was going to say, now you've frozen up. Just right. Well, the two of us will just be like, that's Diana's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Diana, for tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
But I'll message you tomorrow to say happy birthday. But we'll say happy birthday now.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
And then if you just rewatch this tomorrow, it's
Yeah.
applicable. Hey!
Yay!
Hey!
Yeah, should we do it now? Happy birthday
to you for tomorrow.
Happy birthday to
you for tomorrow.
Happy birthday,
to Diana.
Happy birthday
to you for tomorrow.
For tomorrow.
I should have got the uke. I could have done a wee uke piece. I did actually learn Happy Birthday on the ukulele and the guitar, and forgotten it since. That's how good I am.
Well, that's handy.
Oh, the door knockers from the labyrinth. That would be awesome. Oh, are you calling us the knockers? I thought that was an enclosure suggestion, but now I think we're just getting called names. I actually just probably applicable. I actually watched quite a cool documentary about how they did, the hands in the well. It was really cool because it was actually they basically built a giant shaft. Shaft. I'm doing this while saying shaft. Who's a man that they are now?
Suggesting signs.
I know.
With a shaft.
Anyway, digress. They created a large downward vertical tunnel
Yeah.
They actually dropped Jennifer Connelly down with lots of cast with their hands through, and they showed how the cast practiced all the different facial expressions. And
Yeah.
there was like, I think, 300 extras on platforms up and down that, and they did actually pass her down through there. It was really cool. You should look it up. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
This documentary about how they did it, and because the guy, what's his face, who's came up with the idea in his head and basically just wanted to do it. He'd
Yeah.
seen somebody doing some kind of hand puppet thing, and thought, I want that, I want to do that. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I've just said, you watched Kingdom yet on Netflix?
No, is that
It's a Korean
yeah?
zombies.
What do my mates was going on about that?
It's absolutely brilliant, mate. It's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah,
well,
it really, really is. Well worth a watch.
we've been working our
Totally
way
worth a
through.
watch.
We've just been watching SWAT, and then if I'm off, my thing is I'll play Xbox up until sort of 11 o'clock midnight-ish, and then I like to sit and watch a film and just chill out. But I like to
Yeah.
find these really obscure, not all the time, but horror movies. I love, that's my go-to section. I've watched some really awesome ones. I mean, somebody recommended to me Hell House LLC, which, if you've not seen, is absolutely brilliant. It's probably one of the best of that genre type of horror movies. It's the build up of atmosphere is fantastic.
Yeah.
I watched one the other night called Human Zoo, which was really cool. I think
I've not seen that one.
It could have gone further, but I think the way they did it for the concept is absolutely brilliant. Definitely.
What was that on Netflix?
It's on Prime.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The Farm. If you've never watched The Farm, The Farm is on Prime as well. That is such a that is brilliant. You go watch The Farm when you get a minute. In a completely different vein, there's a film called Charlie Says with Matthew Smith, Doctor Who, and I think the guy deserves an Oscar nomination for this. I didn't realize at the time when I put it on, I was just thought, that sounds all right, I'll stick that on. But it's the three women that were left behind after the Charles Manson kind of came to an end. And
right, yeah.
It's based on true stories about these three women in prison, and they're segregated from everybody else. They're housed on their own. These three women together. This psychologist is brought in to try and defragment their brains and make them, sort of come to terms with what they've done and break the sort of hold Manson has. It's absolutely phenomenal movie because it's done through flashback, and obviously the woman appreciates it. If she finally gets these women to realize what they've done, it's going to open up a whole new world of hate, hurt for them, and it's just so beautifully done. Such a good film, and Matt Smith is just phenomenal.
Yeah, you see, I'm into like a lot of Korean horror stuff, like Train to Busan and all that sort of stuff.
I've still not watched that, actually. It's one I keep meaning to watch. One of my favorite.
It's probably the best zombie movie I've seen in years. Yeah.
One of my favorite films of all time is the original Old Boy.
Right, yeah.
I absolutely love that film. I absolutely love
awesome. It. Yeah, not the remake, but the original. Yeah, that's...
I watched the remake and wasn't as disappointed as I thought it was going to be. I would prefer to watch the original, but as remakes go, it was all right. Kind of did what it did.
Yeah. It's the ending of that film now. It's just like, whoa, when you first watch it.
That's the bit. That's the bit that really kicks you in the knackers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, no way.
Have you seen the other films? Because it was actually a trilogy.
No, I haven't actually. No,
it's not. So Park Chan-wook, the director, he did a film called, I think the first one was Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
All right.
And it's completely different characters. None of the films are related in any way other than the theme.
Yeah.
And then he made Sympathy for Lady Vengeance.
Yeah.
And then when he was asked in an interview, what's your next film going to be about? He said he panicked and just said he was making a trilogy movie to go with the other two. Yeah. And that was the birth of Old Boy. So, yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So is there any questions coming up?
Not at the moment. So Diana's saying that she can bring you some Annabella. I'll put it up on the screen. Look at that. That was... Da-da-da-da-da-da.
can you bring Annabella a sticker to the Bedford show? Yes, no worries. I think I've still got some left. Yeah, no problem.
I think that's the only question, other than us being told we're a pair of knockers. No, we're going to digress a little bit because we've been asked. It must have taken days to get to Cornwall. No, but it's kind of an ongoing family joke. At the time when we were travelling, because there's 7 of us in total, including my folks, we had 2 cars. So my dad came up with the idea that we would take walkie-talkies, because we're going back a wee bit now. Mobile phones weren't really, so we had walkie-talkies. And my dad would lead, and my oldest brother was driving the car with the rest of us in. So it was my mum, my dad, my middle brother, and then the rest of us in the other car. And my dad came up with the idea, we'll use these walkie-talkies. So if we need to communicate, he would double tap the reverse lights, and we would switch, because we didn't want to waste the batteries. So we would switch our walkie-talkie on. And it kind of got to the point where it was like everything. He was like double tapping the brakes. And we were like, oh, what is it? He's like, oh, look, boys, did you see Stonehenge over there? Oh, well, we didn't see that. And it's become this ongoing joke of like, you'd be like, oh, lads, did you see the plane up in the sky? And it was quite funny. Genius at the time, genius at the time, having these walkie-talkies to communicate between the cars, but quite funny. It just got kind of quite silly.
It must have took you hours and hours. Because I know it's like from here it's about 5 hours.
I think we travelled it in one day, because I think we left at stupid o'clock in the morning. I can't remember, because my dad has family in Wales, so I can't remember if we stopped over in Wales, or whether it's it was a long time ago now. In my memory from way back when, isn't that great? So
as you get older, you lose a little bit.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
Get on a wee bit. How old do I look?
45.
Yeah. Just because you're not far off 60, it doesn't mean you need to be a knob. Right, Gav's
49 in February.
49.
Yeah. Sucks.
Well, you're 9 years older than me, so. So Gav's here, Mr. Impossibly of the Inverted.
Hello, Gav, mate.
He's here. One of ours.
Yeah, he's off work at the minute as well. Done his back in.
Ah, that's not great.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. Well, I wish you a speedy recovery.
Yeah, but I think it means he gets to play with spiders until his back's better.
Fair enough. I was going to say something else there, but is what it is. Any new additions, Mr. Stevie-O, that you're going to tell us about? Are you holding
out tonight? I've got one for myself. Obviously, I'm sort of holding back a bit of dosh for the shows, sort of thing. I'm doing a trade at the weekend. So my Carabiner Laeta is going, and we're swapping it for something else. But that'll be revealed.
Bag of spuds, or
what?
All right, so I thought maybe it was just like a bag of spuds or something. I'm swapping my spider for some magical beans. But I now figure that you're holding it back for a reveal at some point.
Yeah, a reveal. And it's a really, really cool spider, actually. Really, really cool. So, but Carabiner Laetas, they're quite rare anyway. So, he's happy to get that, because I think he's getting he's going to try and get a male for it.
Is that after a breeding project then?
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. But the one I'm getting, I should be getting a male with us on loan for it as well. So
cool.
Yeah. I think we've paired 3 at the minute. We've got a pair in a versicolor at the weekend, and then another couple next week, I think. So
nice. I don't have any pairs at all. I'd be shit snap.
Have you paired any tarantulas in the past?
You know what? I think I have the worst luck with parent tarantulas because every time I have a female and a male, that's generally how it works.
Yeah.
It's like he's just not interested.
Yeah.
I think I just get all the wonky male spiders. I tried with the pool cripes or pool cripes or whatever you want to call them. No luck. I tried OBT. I had this absolutely beautiful female OBT, full adult female. Yeah, definitely ready to go. So I sourced a male. I bought a male. I didn't want to risk going 50-50 because I've not really any experience in it. So, and somebody said, put him in, just leave him in. He'll do the deed, nothing to lose. So I lobbed him in, and it was a 45 by 30-30 EXO, and she had the majority of it. And there was a bit of bark at the back. He made like this beautiful little home for himself down the back, and he sat there, and occasionally he'd come out and waddle about. I found her dead.
Yeah.
Not him. I found her dead.
I mean, she must have been like massive compared
to him. She was massive.
Well.
He was very leggy, but she was, at least him and a half again.
Yeah.
And I thought one day I'll just find him all chewed up and spat out. But no, he found her deed, and he was still living life of Larry down in his little tube that he'd created. I was just like, you're a belly. So I had this male OBT just living out his life, happy as anything in this great big tank.
Yeah, well, mate, I mean, I sent 2 mature male green bottle blues out, and neither of them are interested. I sent them to that Dave Wurzel.
Okay.
Because he'd bred green bottle blues before. I goes, right, I've got a male. Sent him a male. He's not interested in the ladies whatsoever. And then I sent him another male, because one of mine matured out as well. So I thought, oh, right, that one's not interested. Try this one. Still nothing. So, I don't know.
I tried pairing up my Rhesus. I had a pair of Rhesus, but that didn't work.
Yeah.
Scorpions. I've had a modicum of success with scorpions, and I reckon the commune of 5 will... I reckon there's probably a mixture of genders in amongst there. My Italicus I've bred before. But my male Euscorpius, he passed, I think, last year, but the female is still going strong. I think he worked out she must be somewhere between about 6 to 8 years old.
Yeah.
Which is pretty darn good for, if not older, for a Euscorpius. Other than that, as I say, I've got a breeding project thing that kind of happened, but didn't happen, but has happened. But we'll talk about that in a video at some point.
All right.
We weren't sure it was going to happen, but it did happen. Other than that, no. I'm just having a goosey. I mean, I successfully hatched out a Dean Opus sack, but the sack was gifted to me. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't mine. I didn't pair it. Although it would be pretty cool.
Hi, Tanya.
Trying to find them things is like hen's teeth at the moment.
Yeah.
So, hey, Tanya. Tanya has joined us here in this banter shenanigans. Diana's asking.
Here's my boy back at school. No, he's upstairs on the PlayStation. He's back tomorrow. So, yeah, getting ready for school tomorrow. That's why I'm off today, because my missus works at school, and it's she's got 2 inset days. So I booked the time off to be here with the little boy, and then, I'm back to work tomorrow. So I've only done, actually, I'll finish work at 2 o'clock on a Friday, so it's only about a day and a half of work this week, which has been nice.
Not to be grumbled at. Apparently, I saw in the news yesterday that Scotland is to become the trial for a 4-day working week.
Yeah?
We'll see how that pans out, because I imagine most employers will go, haha, that's off.
Yeah.
But, you can but hope. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I'm in manufacturing and stuff, I'm pretty used to them hours anyway. It's always been like that. It's pretty old school to finish early on a Friday, but most manufacturing do. Yeah,
I mean, I start at 7 and finish at 4:45, but my days, like, be a year in November since I started there, and I think I could probably count a handful of times that the days have actually dragged. It's so fast paced. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's like your day starts and then it's lunch and then your day finishes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely
because
brilliant.
I do 8 till 4:30, Monday to Thursday, and then 8 till 2 o'clock on Friday.
That's
But
all right.
yeah, it's all right. It's not too early in the morning.
I think I saw, because you guys are staggered. That like depends on. I was going to say, because Jennifer had said earlier that hers were back. So I think it's a bit like here. They kind of stagger
Yeah. I mean,
geographically when they go
the
back.
girls upstairs, because they're in secondary school, I think they go back on Wednesday or something, but they've got to go in for a COVID test first, and then they're back in the next day.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I think one goes in, and then the next one goes in the day after. So yeah, so because one's older, this all staggered still.
Yeah.
But
So
I can't see the point of the middle schools and stuff going back for like one day. Go back on the Friday and then the weekend seems a bit ridiculous.
yeah.
But
Wouldn't he be
yeah,
surprised in the slightest?
yeah.
Right, we'll do a wee questions from the audience round. Right, questions from the audience. Let's see if anybody's got any questions they want to ask me, Steve, or collectively, either the two of us. We'll quickly put them on the spot. Just as a wee segment filler. Steve's getting old. He maybe needs a wee moment to think about what we're going to discuss next. Oh, he's doing a wee wibbly wobbly effect.
How many we got on live?
We've got 10. We've got 10 watching us, the new. And we're 46, 51, 52, 53 seconds. We're just going to sit and count until we get a question. Some kind of raid man. So I'm planning because nobody's asking any questions.
No, boring.
Yeah, I'm planning a project myself. Oh wait,
what a build project?
A build project. You know the instrument that was sent up by
right.
obviously you guys, and it had loads of polystyrene in it. Well, I threw that out in the bin this morning, and then I was thinking, actually, I could probably use that. But in the interim of my brain actually kicking into gear, the bin lorries, had been. So my plan I had in my head kind of is like probably a way down to the city dump by now.
Yeah.
But
Can you not get offered something out of work? Do they not have old packaging and stuff?
Not really, to be honest with you. We do. I mean, we get some bits and bobs in, but nah, there's not as much as you would think.
Yeah. Because I mean, round here, if I see someone with a freezer or something being delivered, I'm like round now going, "Can I have your polystyrene?" I think I'm a bit of a weirdo.
Well, that's not just a polystyrene. Right, hold on. I've got to scroll back a wee bit just now. But yeah, I'm planning. I've got an idea in my head. It may or may not be in time for a Halloween thing. I'm probably going to start it this weekend and just wing it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
It may or may not be a success. Like
you go and bio in it, or
I've not thought that at the moment. I'm just coming up with it. No, probably because the idea I've got in my head wouldn't suit a bio environment.
Yeah.
So, no would be the answer to that question.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm using all live plants now from now onwards. I just like them now. I think, apart from obviously the green bottle blue builds and all that sort of stuff, where it's arid environment, so you can put plants in there anyway. But
get some air plants and just throw them in.
Yeah, well, I was actually looking at the air plants, but I've thought to myself, yeah, that might be good, but then if the spider web's all over it, it's going to kill it anyway. Yeah, so probably. Maybe it's a possibility. It's something to think about, because I've got some of that Spanish moss stuff as well.
Oh, cool.
Which is that's an air plant as well, but it's still hanging up over there. So I've just not got round to thinking what to put. Where to put it.
So Ethan says he's pretty lucky. I could put it on screen, can't I? That's pretty cushy.
Yeah.
Can't grumble with that.
Yeah.
We were asked, "Are you having a lovely time?"
Yes.
Swimmingly. Steve, what are you looking at getting from the show? I'll read it to you because you can't read.
The thing is, I mean, I've downscaled a bit recently because I got the cupboard of shame, which had a load of spiders in there, and I just went through it and I goes, right, that's not going to be in a custom build. That's not going to go there. And I was just keeping it for the sake of it. So a lot was sold. The ones that are actually in there are going to go into builds eventually. Because I've got one build that I'm doing for myself. I need a heavy Weber, but I might diverse from the green bottle blues and just get something else. But yeah, we'll have a look and see what's at the show. But I want it's mainly like I want to go there to get sort of because they do funky water dishes and everything like that, which something different from the usual Exoterra stuff that you usually see everywhere.
Get yourself a nice Linathelli Megaphiloides. Those guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really see it. They like a wee bit of webbing.
They go massive as well, don't they?
Yeah, they get a good size. They take on a beautiful colour as well. You can't go wrong with Linathelli and Macrothelli. They're absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it's a shame about the Phalanx though. Mine passed away.
Yeah, I mean, where's the bloody camera? You can kind of almost get a sense of it. You can't really make it out very well, and just how much webbing is in there. And that's actually been rebuilt. I thought the spider, which was sitting, was just roughly where my finger is.
Yeah.
I thought it passed away, so I actually ripped this entire thing apart and then realised it was still alive. So all that webbing is relatively new. But very awesome, very, very awesome spiders. We're going to scroll back. Ian's just popping in. He's on his lunch break at work. I'm going to scroll back just so in case we're missing anything. I think Jennifer was next. If you collab with any one person or groups of people, who would it be?
What, on YouTube?
I'm going to say Green Day. I'd love to meet them and collab with them. That'd be bloody awesome. Don't know what I'd do, like just hand picks to Billy Joel, plectrums, wipe down Trey's drumsticks or something.
Yeah, it'd be awesome being a roadie.
Yeah,
but AC/DC, that'd be my thing.
I'm a screen. I'd collab with anybody and everybody. I think everybody deserves time on screen, a bit of a laugh, a bit of a giggle.
Yeah, totally. I've done a few like live things and live streams and stuff, but I'm the same pretty much. You know, people ask me to do anything, I'll do it. But would have been good if that plant pot thing that we did took off.
I know, I just didn't get around to doing it, mate.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
It's still in my mind. It's still time and materials and such like. Just What are your favourite hardy plants to put in a bio setup? Audrey 2.
I don't know much about plants. That's my thing. I get sent cuttings and stuff from people, and they go, "Yeah, this is good if you want it." And I don't know their names or whatever, and I go, "Oh yeah, that looks nice," and bung it in. That's as far as my Alan Titchmarshy fingers go. I use it. What I've been told is that stuff that can survive in, say, low light. Because, but I mean, everything. Say, I mean, you've got the Predator one over there. That's all growing. So whatever plant that is, that's all right. You know, it's growing. That's all I care about, really. It's not growing. No, the ferny things that were in the Friday the 13th one, they seem to be doing in there because it's only LED lights. I've got no grow lights in there at all. So they seem to be surviving over that. Loads of live moss as well. Go and collect loads and loads of that stuff because that's free, and as long as you give it a rinse out and everything, it works perfectly.
You're not meant to collect mosses, are you? Is that not something about?
You're not meant to collect mosses.
I'm sure I heard somebody say you're not actually meant to remove mosses from the wild or something. It's protected or something. I don't know. Somebody
They're
can correct.
protected.
I don't know. I don't know the
I
whole.
don't know. Maybe it's like up there. Maybe you've got some sort of rare moss, but this is like
haggis moss.
yeah.
So we were there. I think somebody's. You've to just repeat GBB over and over again like a parrot. Gav's got some extra Terra backgrounds for you. That's just going to send them into overdrive.
Yeah, you can stick them up where you know. Are you a fan of the extra Terra background?
Have
you actually got one in there?
I don't think I do. Oh, tell a lie, my Scolopendra Dahani does. Just because I don't really want to take the tank apart to get out. It was kind of put like just it was in there when I set up for the Dahani, and then I'm not really wanting to foot about with it. But other than that, no, I generally rip them out as soon as I get them. Not a fan of them in the least.
No.
Just so one.
Yeah, I rescued gecko years ago, and the guy who had it just used to chuck a box of mealworms in there and then shut the door. And then when I got it, the whole background was just like Swiss cheese, and these things had been eating the whole of the background. But obviously they've been eating that, and then the geckos had eaten them. So you know, it weren't a good thing at all. It was like it just went to take it out, and it was all crumbling in my hands. It was that eaten through, and it took a while to get the sort of gecko back to sort of health again. He weren't in a good way. So ever since then, I sort of detested them. Plus, they look rubbish.
Yeah. Well, Ethan has asked what got you into, well, both of us, but what got us into keeping tarantulas?
Me personally, I used to work with a guy that you might know, Dan Richardson. He lives up in Hull. He's got his own, he works in a pet shop, the Creature Cabin. And I used to work with him when I worked at Yamaha, and he used to keep spiders then. And that's what got me interested in them.
I just have always been like growing up, absolutely fascinated with spiders. My parents would pretty much let us have anything we wanted apart from spiders and rats. They were the two big no-nos Mum would not let us have because she was quite terrified of spiders. So because it was this big thing I wasn't allowed growing up, it was one of the things I wanted most. And yeah, just always been absolutely fascinated with them. And when the opportunity finally came up that I could keep one, I jumped at it. So yeah, just I've always been fascinated with arachnids. Gava's still here. I've just left my phone in chat. You're live on the big screen. Tanya never knows what to buy. Recommendations, perhaps?
What to buy? Tarantulas?
Yeah. Throw a few ideas out.
Well, it all depends what she's got already, really.
Is it Spider Mum? I think just posted the video. I know they're stateside, but I'm sure it was her. Went to one of their shows and got the giant earthworm.
All right.
If you've seen the videos, it's awesome. It's like I would love one of them. That's pretty cool. It's like a big fat.
I don't think you'd probably see it that much, though, would you?
No, but just being able to be like, hey, check out the size of my worm. That'd aerate your soil, certainly. For me personally, I don't know why I keep playing with this pencil. I'm just dropped it on the floor. For me personally, I always try and look for the true spiders, the unusual ones. Rhesus, I absolutely love. Macrothella, Calpiene, and Ischnitheli, and all that lot are absolutely awesome. Really love my wolf spider. She's awesome. So yeah, for me, that would be my recommendations. Would be start exploring if you're kind of struggling with tarantulas, or you're kind of getting not fed up because there's so many varieties to keep. But if you're looking for something different, and you kind of think, well, I've kept that, and I've had this, and I've had that, then start looking at other things: scorpions, millipedes, centipedes, true spiders, that kind of thing. So that's my recommendation for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, I stay away from pet holes. I don't do those anymore.
Yeah, centipedes can tend to be, if kept correctly, you very rarely see a centipede.
Yeah.
A lot of people keep them on the bare minimum, kind of like scattering a substrate, so it's actually got nowhere to bury down.
Yeah.
So they're always on show and stuff, but I don't think that's particularly fair.
Yeah, they freak me out anyway.
Yeah, there's an app you can actually get, and you take a photo of a plant, and it'll tell you what the plant is and how you should keep the plant and all that kind of stuff. I think my missus uses it. There's a few, because our house is rapidly turning into some kind of botanical garden, including my front and back garden. Cork tiles.
Cork tiles.
I'm not sure on what. I don't know.
As backgrounds, I suppose.
Oh, possibly. I know.
Yeah.
I don't think it was cork actually, or it might have been a cork with a kind of. I'm doing like a viney grow thing across the top. I think it was. I can't remember the channel name. It's gone right in my head. Use one of them. It had like little pockets. You should put live plants in for our giant snails.
Yeah. Well, I did have an idea for a background as well, like a live moss background. So, sort of create sort of a pocket with, say, made out of 2 bits of mesh. So I could make the background size, have the moss in between, so it's actually growing through the mesh. So it'd make it one solid sort of piece, and then just spray it to keep it alive. So that was the idea. So I'm going to get some like sort of not the flimsy sort of mesh, some quite solid. But if I can sort of sandwich it and get it the mesh to grow through it, and then just slot it into place, it might look cool.
No, it might be. I think Serpa Design has a living picture frame moss.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it is him, but it's the kind of thing I would imagine he probably would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good on his botanics and stuff.
Yeah.
And live planted terrariums and setups and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go to the show and look for all the, because they have stands doing all the live mosses and all that sort of stuff as well. So I want to go and have a look at all that sort of stuff.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because they do look, and plus it's really good to, say, pokies and stuff that need a bit of humidity and stuff. It's good for that. Plus they do make a lot of difference when you're sort of building sort of a basic sort of enclosure. You add a bit to that and it transforms it totally.
Dog. There we go.
Oh, show me on Insta. Cool. Tag me in.
So what would be your ultimate addition to the collection? What would be like your
mine?
Yeah,
so I mean, I always wanted P Metallicas, but now I've got those. So I don't know. I mean, people say about all them Celadonias and all that sort of stuff, but that's a lot of money for a really tiny spider.
I'm not a fan. I think it was Mr. Dance once described them as the very expensive transvestite of the tarantula hobby.
Yeah.
It's like there's too much. They're very beautiful, but there's so much going on that little spider. It's like, it's like, wow, look at me, and then I'm going to go and hide in a pocket somewhere. It's like,
and you'll never see it again.
And I think it was Dan Oakley, Tarantula Dan. I think he was like the first UK keeper to possibly have one, and I think he was like 375 notes or something for this like one little tiny sling. I can't remember the exact, but it was mad money for like this tiny little thing that nobody particularly knew much about.
I think that the mortality rates on them is really, really low as well. It's really hard to keep alive. And you weigh out that sort of dosh. That's a lot of money to lose.
Don't suppose you will. Yeah, and I know I don't know if it's ever actually been resolved, but I think the Brazilian government have pretty much said that these should never have left. They should never have been exported from Brazil. There was never any given right, and any that are in population have been done so illegally.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they've come to some kind of. I don't know if that's come to an end and been wrapped up, and an agreement's been made. But I know at the time, a few years back, there was a big hoo-ha about them existing in the hobby.
Yeah, you're seeing loads and loads of people breed them now.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing now, is that they don't necessarily need to be
imported
because there is quite a lot of people breeding them because they're so highly sought after. But it's like anything else; they're going to be overbred. The market is going to get absolutely flooded with them, and they'll be the worth of them will just absolutely, like emperor scorpions. You used to be able to pick up an emperor scorpion for peanuts.
Yeah.
Because the laws with them have changed, so now you're paying quite hefty money for them. But
I saw them going for the small babies for £100.
Yeah, I think they're about. I think I saw them advertised somewhere about 60 odd quid, 69 quid or something. So it is starting to come down because again, people have now gone, oh, we need to breed these, so everybody's now breeding them, and thus the market is slowly getting more of them, so the value drops on them. And
I remember like about 12 years ago when the Balfouris just came into the hobby. They were like 400 quid each.
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah, it's just like as soon as something comes in, it's the price of it. It's like bang, loads of money.
That would be awesome. I wouldn't mind taking delivery of 9 30 cubes.
Yeah.
What's in them?
I've been told that this is my wall and my cupboard, and that's it. So apart from that, I think I've got to go up. I can't go across.
Yeah. I actually limited myself to this space.
Yeah.
Because at one point there was like this space, and then it kind of went into the next part of the room and this part of the room, and I think I was up at about 80 odd, 90 spiders, and I think a mix between the amount of effort it was taking me and what was going on in the hobby at the time. I just became so done with it and pretty much sold off or gave away a huge amount of the collection, and sort of said that if I can't fit it in this space now, I'm not, won't be, I'm not going to have it. So I kind of set myself a limit by doing that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've jiggery pokery things a few times to make them fit in. But yeah, I pretty much said, like, this is it. If it's not going in here, it's not. We can't have it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with me. I mean, I've got some assassins on here, so they're going to be moved in to the cupboard. That's just going to be put away for breeding and stuff. But that'll create a few more spaces. Plus, I mean, some of these down here and stuff, they need... they're not the final builds that are going to go into there anyway, so it's going to be a long time before it's all actually completed. It's taken 2 years to get this far, so...
Whole room.
Yeah, I wish. I've got 3 kids here.
They're not kids forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done my wee jar wall project thing. I did that. I thought that was pretty cool. Because I hated that wee corner anyway. I just did my tits in. And then I've got the wall. I could probably go up again. I don't really have. I've got the 2 shelving. Mine's aren't quite as organised as yours on your Kallax units or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with me. I could probably, if I got rid of the Kallax and then just maybe built a shelving unit or something, then I could probably fit more into it. But I could probably just still go up. I just add more units. So this could go up one. But the only trouble is, once it gets higher, you can't actually see inside it.
Yeah, I mean, the design I did for my ants, where it sits. Sorry, I thought there was something there. Where it sits, I kind of have to use a wee stool to get up and
Yeah.
take the lid off to get into it properly, and it's a bit of a pain in the hooky, but
Yeah.
I've nowhere else really to set just now.
Yeah, but I mean, it'd be cool to have all the exos because some of these ones you got to still take out and feed and water and everything. And I do the exos are ideal for that or front opening because you don't have to take them all out.
My original setup before I started getting all the glass tanks, it was the variable sizes of the Exoterra Phanariums, the plastic ones with the clip-on lids. And I had, hundreds of these damn things stacked up here and there and everywhere. And, put extra shelving in with bolts into the wall. Yeah, they were just, but over time, I just kind of wanted to do away with them and start.
Yeah.
So instead of having loads crammed into that space, I want to take away and just have. I'd rather have one nice glass unit than 2 or 3 stacked.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, them plastic things are all right. They do their job, but at the end of the day, you can't see inside them.
They're kind of smoky perspex plastic.
Yeah, and it's you spend a load of dough on these blooming spiders. You might as well just display them.
That, and because they've got the vents down, you can only put in, say, about that much substrate.
Yeah.
And then you get to the air vents. So it's it's not, they're good, but they're not the best. I've still got, this one's quite good because it allows for plenty deep.
Yeah.
Deep subs. So these ones aren't so bad, but again, this will come out here eventually. It's just for growing on purposes. I quite like these little tubs. If I can. These are quite good for growing slings.
All right, yeah.
These were actually, they were snake tubs. They were hatchling rack tubs, but we don't have the hatchling rack anymore. So, well, we do still have the rack. I mean, we don't breed the snakes. We don't need a hatchling rack anymore. But they're awesome wee tubs. That actually needs topped up.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I go to the show, I'm going to have a look and see what plastic sort of tubs they got there as well, because in the cupboard and stuff, there's about 4 or 5 that need rehousing. So I'm sort of holding off until I go to the show and see what's there, really.
I also use, I think I've got these from Mitch. If I can stand up. These are quite good little tubs.
All right, yeah.
With the vented lids.
Yeah.
And that's actually got the Bigutatus, the Platymeris that you sent me. They're one's right around my fingers, but they're growing in there. The white spots.
Yeah.
The P. horrida are just booming. Absolutely booming. Because I had 5 adults, and then you sent me probably about 10, 15 nymphs.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was just sheer not a coincidence, but after yours went in, I noticed an increase in nymphs. So I don't know if it's sort of like seeing the young ones somehow encouraged them to lay, or what it was. But suddenly there was just like babies galore all over the tank, or whether it was just coincidence that when I introduced them, my eggs were starting to hatch anyway. But it was just absolutely insane. And now the tank is just a wash of variable size of little spiny king killers.
Yeah, but I mean that's the cool thing then, isn't it? Because you need your commune to sort of last and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm getting, I don't know, about 80 to 120 nymphs every 5 to 6 weeks, which is like insane. I've got 12 adults, I think.
Well, I've got, there's the 5 adults I had, and then many young'uns.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up on just quickly scrolling through here to see if there's anything we've missed. Coffee, always coffee.
None of it.
Taking
I don't
along.
drink tea or
Wasn't
coffee.
asking you. Where does that say your
Ah!
name on it? You presumptuous get you.
All right.
Adam, coffee or tea?
All right. Calm down.
It's coffee, to answer your question. Thank you very
Kofi.
much. Coffee. It is. I'm having a beverage of coffee, sweetie darling. It is my coffee, and it's made to my preference. All right. I used to drink an absolute power load of tea, but it disagrees with me if I drink too much. So I just stop drinking it altogether and just stick to coffee.
Disagrees in what way?
Well, I used to. Can it be daft? No, I used to get up every morning and I would like some of the Exorcist ejaculate orally this green liquid bile sputum. And after I used to drink at the time, I was drinking a lot of iron brew and a lot of tea. And drinking a lot of fags. I was drinking a lot of fags at the time as well. drinking about 20 fags a day. Just dropped them in my juice and downed it.
Quicker
So
than smoking them.
between drinking all that shit, yeah, this horrendous every morning. It was agonizing. It was horrible. It burnt my throat and everything. So anyway, I eradicated numerous things out of my diet, and tea seems to be the main contributor to this upset. But then I was drinking, three sugars and probably about 15 cups of tea a day. So
yeah.
Oh, Tanya's phone is away to die, so she's saying a goodbye. What I've actually done is I've got one of those portable phone charger things, that you don't actually plug into your phone, and I've got it wedged at the back so that I could plug my headphones in. So my phone is charging whilst we're
Yeah, I've got the extension lead and cave charger.
Yeah, I'm trying to extension cable. I think. Jennifer's got to go pick kids up. Tina actually has more caffeine. Yeah, I like my coffee.
Yeah, well, I can't have any caffeine now.
I enjoy my brew.
So do I.
There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much for that. There's not much more for us to discuss that I can think of. We're doing well. We're an hour and 20 minutes in, and we've still got 5 people watching us. So
it's been groovy.
Yeah, I had a gag all set up that I've not actually managed to do yet because time's just got away from us. But yeah, look, I was going to do. Hold on, I need my other phone for this. I've got a spare my old phone. Right, I've kind of ruined the build up to this, but I was going to have like a help in the back. You hear that? And I was going to be like, "Oh, Steve, there's a help," and then I was going to go like, "The averagers assemble," and then I was going to put on my Spider-Man costume, and then I was going to have a go at you. Look, I've got it all prepped, and then I was going to have a go at you for letting the team down for not having your Avengers, averagers assemble. But you've let the side down now, Steve. You're a penis. You've ruined it for us all. But yeah, I didn't actually get a time to do that gag, so
yeah,
that's ruined.
So what are you doing tomorrow, mate? Anything?
What am I doing tomorrow? Probably regretting my life choices for this stream. I'm tucking my suit back into my pants. I don't. Oh no, we're contemplating going up to for a donder round the botanical gardens.
All right.
All 20 acres of the botanical gardening goodness. So we're thinking of doing that.
Is that outdoor thing? Is it, or is it inside?
I'd imagine there'll be, predominantly I think outdoors, but there will be inside areas for plants of different geographical regions to thrive.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it'll be a big old greenhouse type thing for the.
Yeah. We went down to the Eden Project when we was in Cornwall. That was pretty cool.
No, we're going to go through to the one in Dundee, which is a place
Yeah.
in Scotland.
Cool, man.
It's fourth largest city in Scotland, actually, Dundee. There you go.
There you go.
Bit of factual gibberish for you there. There we go.
A scary part in a fantasy movie for a build. Yeah. There's so many things on my list to do, and people just say, "Oh, you need to do this, that, and the other," and it just adds on to the never-ending list of what I want to do. Obviously, after Halloween, I want to do the Star Wars one, a proper Star Wars one, which I've not done yet. I've got a really cool idea, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. But by that, it'll be like New Year anyway. New Year.
I'm still absolutely gutted that you did the shallow grave for that long. My ninja sewer idea was far superior.
Yeah.
Because you could have had like the suit, because on sewers you've got the different chutes going off. That could have been the tunnel for the burrow, and
Yeah.
could have looked
Well,
awesome.
I mean, to be honest, it was it really hard to do. Like, think of a design for it because of the shape of the actual enclosure. But the plants, I think, are coming this week to finish it off, which will make it look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. It's cool anyway, but I still think my idea was better.
Yeah.
We've had that one. I actually, because I've got some Lord of the Rings figures out in the shed. I was thinking about perhaps doing a Lord of the Ringsy thingy. But obviously Shelob would be the most obvious build to do with that, and I don't have a Bilbo or a Sam. I've got an Aragorn.
Yeah.
Aragorn and Shelob weren't particularly path crossing. I could make it up. I could say that you visited her for a cup of tea, cup of coffee, a chat, 20 fags and a cup of tea.
Have you stopped smoking now?
I did stop smoking. I stopped smoking about 8 years ago now. I'm looking to my wife for some sense of time scale here because I'm rubbish with. When was it? About 8 years ago I stopped smoking. 9 years ago? 10 years ago? I'm sure it came up on my timeline recently. I can't remember.
No, it's been together 10 years and you'd moved in that flat next door.
Aye, but it was out there that I stopped. Aye.
That was 8 years ago.
About 8 years ago. I was out back.
We've only been in the flat 8 years ago.
Yeah, I never smoked in the house when I moved in with my wife and the kids and stuff. And I only ever really smoked after the kids had gone away to bed because I didn't want them to see them smoking. And I was out back having a fag, and I honestly thought like my end had come. I felt like something had just ruptured in my chest, and it was like game over for me. And that was it. Scared the absolute living shite out of me. I actually, just stopped smoking. I couldn't after that. Just was terrifying. So yeah. Oh, ads is alright.
Hello, buddy. You all right? He's not knowing a surprise, man. This guy has been awesome. Obviously, he won the auction at the Friday the 13th.
You know how envious what I said to you, I messaged you, one of my friends, it was like he wanted that enclosure. He's desperate for that enclosure. He was absolutely gutted that he couldn't get it.
Yeah. But I think it's well, I mean, originally I was then the Evil Dead cabin one that was in a Tarantula room tank, and then that broke. Take it with a football and cracked it, so I couldn't actually put like myself. No, it was cracked, and then
was that the door? Was that the one with the door that cracked?
Yeah. And then so I decided, right, I've got an XO sitting here that was my own. I'll just build that and do it, and then at least it got done. But yeah, it turned out all right. It turned out nice.
Yeah, it's super cool. What's living in ads? What's living in it currently? Is it And then we'll get back to trying to work out what your surprise is. But in the meantime, what have you got living in your ads? How are you utilising that awesome enclosure? We'll wait for an answer in case there's a bit of a laggy time delay type of thing. But yeah, he wants to know what a surprise is. I reckon it's some of your head hair finally weaved into a necklace with a pendant on it that says like Team Steve.
Yeah, well, that'd mean cutting it, and it's
No,
getting...
you could just take the strands that naturally come out, like when you brush it and stuff, and then just weave them into some kind of pendulum friendship necklace thing. And
all nicely plaited.
Yeah, plait it. You could get one of those little tiny little jar bottle things, and you could put something in it.
Yeah.
You could use your own imagination for that. And you could have a little special necklace of Steve here with Steve something in a little jar. Could be a tooth. Could be
yeah.
Could be some other hairs or some bodily fluid of a variety. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just throwing out suggestions. But yeah, ads is desperate to know what your surprise is. I reckon you should just jump out.
It's not gonna
you just buy just get a costume, or like cut your hand off and put a chainsaw on and just like charge out at him and be like, he's not answering.
Oh, I'll answer it. He's got P regardless in there.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You've answered for him. I would have liked an answer from him myself, but you've stolen that thunder. It might be a way of checking. It's like, shit, what did I put in this enclosure? Sort of poking behind the mask with a straw. Stephen says hello. He's finally answered, but you've already answered on his behalf, which is pretty cool. Do you think he'll do any more auctiony stuff at any point, Stephen?
Me?
Do you think he'll take a break from your charitable deeds?
Yeah, maybe next year. I think it took a lot to do what I did, and once it's all done, maybe next year I'll do it again. But it was kind of I didn't actually sort of fathom the amount of work it actually took. So when it was all done, well, obviously it's until the show, it's not completely done, but it was just too much, and the stress of it all and everything. It was just it was nice to actually finish the raffles on the group and say, right, that's done, and then not worry about that. And then it'll be just fun at the show, raffling off that enclosure at the show. That'd just be a bit fun. Yeah. And then it's all done. And then, I reckon we're 970 odd quid. So we're easily going to go over £1,000.
Nice.
Which is, that's way more than I ever imagined.
It was 500, I think, was it 500?
Yeah. Well, I actually set it at 500, and then I raised that to 8 because I thought, right, we're going to do over 500, and I didn't want to I didn't know if the GoFundMe, once you reach your goal, it stopped. So, and just paid out to the charity. So I raised it to 800, and then during the raffle, it went over the 800 and didn't sort of stop and pay out. So I thought, all right, just leave it, and then at the show we'll just add ticket money into that as well. So we'll go well over £1,000.
I think you actually have to end it or finalise it or something, and then it does what it needs to do. Mr. Byrne has popped on. That's my mate Brian. He's working a 13-hour shift today, so he's presumably just on a break now or hiding in the bog, one of the two. Maybe taking a shite while he's speaking to us. Pop one alive! Join the live while I pop one out. He's my mate Brian. That says Byrne, which means young person, which he is not.
Right.
But he likes to think he is. He's working a huge ass shift today. does a really good
30
job.
hours. That's a bit of a
He does a fantastic. It's not very often I'll blow smoke up his arse, but what he does is a very worthwhile profession, and he's an awesome dude. And that's all I'm going to say in politeness and kindness to him, because he's a knobhead. So. Oh, he's hiding, so he is taking a shite. But I'm sweating me bottom half off with these because I had to look. I've got me. I'm roasting, and your Thor's rubbish. See, I went to all the effort.
I've got a Spice of Colours Atlanta t-shirt on, but that's about it. Check out his YouTube. He's a good guy.
Who have you been watching recently, then?
Who have I been watching?
Who have you been watching?
You at the window.
May I see you? That's why my dogs keep bloody barking at everything that passes. It's just you creepoiding outside. Give me your figurines.
To be honest, I'm a bit of rubbish at watching YouTube. I don't. I do like a catch up sort of near the end of the week, sort of catch up on all the videos and everything. Because you got to have time to go through all these things.
Yeah.
Obviously, you subscribe to loads as well, so it's having the time to pop through them all and watch them all. But I do try and watch as many as I can.
Admittedly, I've been watching a sort of ukulele tutorial type of videos and stuff just now. But I've been watching. There's a guy called Chris Turner. He's an English dude living in the States. He's a freestyle rapper.
All right.
And he basically takes suggestions from the audience, like usually 5, maybe 6 ideas from the audience, and then just does a freestyle rap based on these suggestions. And the way this guy's brain must work is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a watch. If you don't have a giggle at it, then you need to go outside and stick your head in a puddle. So somebody's had enough of our shenanigans. Pretending I've got a work call, like they two just will not shut the fuck up. So I'm making an excuse. I'm leaving, and I'll pretend I'll speak to them later, but really I've had enough of Steve, because Steve just is annoying. So I'm going to go. Steve, I'm going to put you on main screeny malarkey, because I need to go spend a penny because I've drank a lot of coffee. So,
yeah. I might actually have to go now, dude, actually. We've got a few minutes to go before...
yeah, well, I need to skedaddle in 10 anyway. So we'll start to wrap this shindiggy wiggy up, because I need to go get the wee manny for the school.
Yeah.
For his day is almost done. And then I may or may not make a start on this project. I don't know. I've got an idea in my head. In my head, it's friggin' awesome. But then in my head, the spooky tree in a jar idea was friggin' awesome. And
yeah, well, I think that one is you didn't have enough room to work with it.
And in fairness to myself, I actually just filled that jar with foam and then carved it out.
Yeah, which is
within.
like, it's like then the models with the ship in a bottle. It's just like, it's like crazy.
It wasn't easy, and I didn't actually think it would work out. Obviously, it's still far from finished, but I didn't think it would work out as well as it did. I just neglected to conceive how I would then seal it all off. But, it's all a learning curve. And as somebody suggested, it's just, I could probably scrape the back off, lift it out, treat it, and then position it back in again. The idea was there. It's looking pretty cool. I can foot about with it. But yeah, I've got an idea. I might try. It would be my first ever proper attempt at doing this shenanigans.
It's well worth it, mate. It does give you a lot more satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Yes,
there's a word. If somebody doesn't put the word satisfaction into a song, in fact, I'm going to write that one down. Satisfaction. I'm writing this down. Satisfaction. There you go.
I don't even know where that came out, but
that's going to appear in a song coming to an audio assault near you.
Yeah, you just go back and trim that video and then
I'm gonna edit this so it's just you going saying that over and over again.
Yes.
But yeah, Bry was Amazonia yesterday and it had some big milk frogs. Mine are still teeny weeny. Bry was after getting milk frogs, and I think.
Oh right, okay.
There was a brief moment in time where they were like trying to get hen. They just didn't exist. The populace of milk frogs in the entire Scotland seems to have dried up. Stores have started getting them back in again, but for months and months and months, you just couldn't get them anywhere. And Brian was desperately wanting some, and lo and behold, when he decided to do something else with the enclosure, milk frogos have popped up again. So yeah, it's always a way though, isn't it? Always a way. So if there is no further questions, queries, or qualms, we shall say our goodbyes. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
We shall end this, end it and go. So yeah, thanks for everybody that's joined us.
Yeah,
it's been really awesome.
It's been fun.
I don't know why on earth you decided 1 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, but you know, here we are.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Exactly. Live a little.
Yeah,
that's
what I thought. I thought you're off work. I'm off work. In the afternoon, we've probably got enough in the day, so we might as well just pop in and have a chat.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we shall certainly do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe on the evening or something, so we'll get a few more people involved.
Just sent me some photos of some milk frogos. Looks like
nice.
them two are cuddling.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, I do like it. Mine, as I say, mine are pretty teeny tiny at the moment. But yeah, milk frogos are cool. Cool. Right. Be gone with you, people, and Steve, be gone. Away with you.
Cool, guys. Cheers, Adam.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll do this again. We'll maybe get other people to join us up on the chatty malarkey. Maybe put a team of averagers together.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Actually, maybe get Gavin and Gavin and couple of others.
Maybe you can make an effort next time.
All right. Oh yeah, definitely. I've got something else says actually. Yeah, definitely.
See, we'll all just be normal now, and you'll be looking like Captain Coolio. But anyway, thank you, everybody. I need to scoot because I need to go and actually get dressed now.
Okay, buddy. Right. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.
School. Go and get them from school. You know, they know what I meant. Right. Thanks, dudes.
See you later,
Steve,
man.
you're absolutely friggin' awesome. Keep up to date with Steve on Tarantula Tastic Enclosure. Join the Exotic Pet Enclosure Design Group. And join in all the fun shenanigans and all that jazz. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. And yeah, we'll catch you all later.
Next time.
Cheers, dude. Let's do it again.
Man.
Bye.
Bye.